What's up, guys? Welcome to Shay's World. I am your girl Shay, and we are back talking House of Villains. This is season 2, episode 4. My bad. I got caught up.
That many.
And of course, I can't do it alone, so I have my lovely co host.
Your boy Malik right here.
So, let's see. Second person gone home. I think a couple of winner picks are looking a little slim. We had about two. Our
Winning.
top three is
We had.
now our top
Um,
three is now our top two.
yeah, it is. It is. It is.
Um, good game move though.
Hey, hey.
Right, good game move. I think.
Yeah, they did what was best for them.
Yeah, I think we both said last in the last one that like if we were in the house, Richard got to go.
It would be
Um,
wise. It would be smart.
yeah. So,
It had to be.
I hate it.
Well, so who's Camilla's the current supervillain, right?
Camilla's the current supervillain.
She
Jesse is
put
we're starting the episode with Jesse, Safaree, and Richard on the block because
who she didn't even. Oh, she saved West saved.
Wes was
No.
saved by Victoria and the
Yeah.
cock blocker.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, let's see. We get a little bit at the beginning of the episode. We get Camilla doing just a little damage control. Well, she gave Richard a hug. We don't know what the conversation was, but she did go to West and kind of say like, "You were my pawn, not really like my target or whatever." Um, West isn't buying it, but of course, in her face, he's kind of acting like, "Okay." Um, so I don't know. I don't know what position Camilla has put herself in.
A really weird one.
Hmm.
A very strange one. An unnecessary one. She didn't have to put Wes up. I'm kind of glad she did, but it didn't work in her favor anyway. So she just put herself in a very precarious position.
Mhm.
Um,
Now West has a. If West comes back, he has a reason to put her up. Safari has a reason. Jesse possibly could have a reason. But
well,
then she,
Jesse's like, why would you do that if
but
you were supposed
she
to be
didn't
working
do
with me
it.
and Wes?
She didn't do it. Victoria did it.
No.
Victoria nominated Peck. When she saved West, she got to nominate somebody, and Victoria nominated Jesse to go up
Oh,
there.
she didn't put Jesse up. Okay, all
Yeah.
right.
So Camilla did it, but you never know. Um, so I'm a little worried. I went into this episode a little worried for my girl, and I left this episode a little worried for my girl.
My girl.
Let's see, what else do we have?
Oh, well, like you said, Wes, talked to Camilla and was like, girl, like, that was really weird. Like, that's not what I meant when I said, throw them off of our scent. I didn't mean put me on the block. Like, you're doing a little much. I feel like the damage control kind of worked a little bit. I feel like Wes is like, okay, I see where you're at. I don't have a problem with you in the moment. She's just gonna have to build like her trust with him back.
She better do it fast if she know West like I know West.
Okay, because
That's all I
he'll
can say,
real quick.
real quick.
And so after that, Victoria and Teresa have a little conversation, and then Peck and Safari are just talking about how it's guys versus girls right now.
Mhm.
Oh, and then we're about to get to the challenge. However, right before the challenge, Victoria and New York are having, their own little separate conversation. And Tiffany's like, well, what would you, just hypothetically, if you do win, what would you do with the money? And so Victoria's like, well, I would open up a Pilates studio, and I would also pay off my tickets.
Hmm.
No. When you first heard that, what did you think? Before even talking about everything else, when you heard her say pay off my tickets, what was the first thing that came to your mind?
I'm glad she's being responsible.
Pay off your tickets. Pay your do your thing. So Candy is over here being Messy Boots McGee, listening. She talking about the windows are very thin, and she goes to Camilla and Rich, and she's like, "Y'all, I just heard Tiffany and Vic talk about, what Victoria do with the money if she wins. She talking about opening a Pilates studio and paying off some parking tickets or speeding tickets or something like that." And Camilla's over here like, what's she doing? What she got tickets for? Why she da 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 da? Why do y'all care? What's the problem here? Like, literally, who cares?
She wants
So
to pay him off. Let her pay him
let
off.
her pay them
Or
off. She's
I
being
would be
responsible.
like, let me go ask her about it and see what happened. And then they would have gotten to it could have went a different way, but I understand in the House of Villains, you know what I'm saying? You got to make things a problem. You got to make something a moment. You got to have something,
Yeah,
to go on.
girl,
So for
that
that,
literally.
and because I know what it is, what you know, what I'm saying what it's supposed to be. I'm gonna let them make it just a little bit because it did make good TV. Um, but in the real world, like I'd have been like,
Who
what's your story?
cares?
No, I'd have been like, what's
Right.
your story? You went from the Bachelor to now having
Oh, you
these.
talking about what's Victoria's story?
Yeah, like that would have been like my follow up, not necessarily judging her, but it would have been my follow up. I guess in my subtle way, I'd have asked, like, what's your why?
Yeah.
What's your why for being here?
For being in the house.
Yeah, for trying to win this money.
Mm. Yeah,
Something.
I guess I guess that is an important thing when you like get to. But I feel like that comes like later on. Like I want to know what you're here for later on when it's like top five because now I'm finna vote for you. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, since they were having the conversation, I
in
mean,
that
you
moment.
opened up the floor. But I'm saying for like Candy and to run back and tell Camilla that, and Camilla to have, I mean, yeah, and say what she said, like I'd have gotten up and went and been like, if it came up again, because me personally, I wouldn't just ran up and be like, hey, Candy just told me she heard you, you know what I'm saying? But
You
if
know
it
what I'm
came
saying?
up again, I think that would have been my follow up question.
Like what's going on?
Yeah, like what's your story? And
Right.
left it at that. Like not how they ended up paying her out to be like, oh, she doesn't need the money because she wants to open a Pilates studio, or
Like
they
why is that a
will,
problem? She
yeah,
can't
or
have a dream. What if she want to open a studio? Like what? Well, fortunately for her and us, she heard exactly everything. Because as Candy said, the walls were thin and they were stupidly out in the open when they were talking about her.
mhm.
So Victoria, she goes down there. She says, "Y'all are really shady, and I don't like how y'all are talking about me." And Camilla's like, well, she says something. She's like, "I was just, I was just saying." Why does she have parking tickets or how does she have parking something like that? Like, girl, no, you said what you said. Let's not backtrack. Let's be real. And even still, why does it matter? And so Victoria was talking about how she lost her insurance and lost something and she couldn't pay for something. I can't remember, but
Basically, what she
ultimately,
stopped doing, basically, she mismanaged her OnlyFans money, and then, like Richard called it, she's an emotional person. She makes decisions based on what's emotion she's feeling at the time.
mm-hmm,
I don't know. Let me preface this by saying I don't know this lady. This is just me at this age, from what I've seen in the lot. I've lived a little life, and I got a little experience. I can read a few people. Victoria was making good money on OnlyFans. The money was coming in, and she was spending it. She wasn't saving it. She wasn't preparing for when she stopped doing OnlyFans because she probably had no intentions of stopping OnlyFans when she did. However, something happened, some emotion, and she stopped OnlyFans. And now she realized she doesn't have any money. So therefore, your insurance lapsed. Therefore, you're getting parking tickets. You're just out here trying to figure it out. So then you get this opportunity. So now, you've probably had time to sit back and stir or a little bit, and this opportunity came about. So yes, you would need this money to fix these things up. Get yourself together. But like Larsa, you can just jump back in. Say you can just jump back in OnlyFans and solve your problems. You got it for 1 month. You know. But
Wait, so was that Victoria saying that later on, or was that Larsa who was like later on? They were having a conversation, and I don't remember. I think it was
later
Victoria,
on in
but I
the
don't
day, we
remember.
had the conversation. Victoria said she's going to go back to her OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That girl, and stick with
Larsa
it.
said you
Okay.
should hire this company that I use or something like that. Um, but she's gonna go back to OnlyFans because it's the only thing that makes sense. There's nothing wrong with
That's
it.
it's not nothing wrong with it, but it's not the only thing that makes sense. Like, girl,
To
you
solve
could
her
just
problem and meet quickly without having to go through auditions and callbacks and wait on another reality show and an appearance fee and this and that. Like, girl, get on the
just
OnlyFans.
get on OnlyFans.
Show your
Just get on.
toes and post your little bikini pics. And you
Is
post.
that all it is?
She's not doing anything to like
Oh,
disrespect herself or anything like that on OnlyFans. No,
oh, I
she
thought that's
doesn't
what
have
I thought
that
that was
type of.
was.
No, 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 no. There's all different types of OnlyFans. People have
Oh,
OnlyFans
girl, if you
doing
don't get a
things.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely do
So yeah,
that.
she wasn't doing anything. I don't. I don't think she wasn't
Right,
doing anything to.
pornographic.
To make her. Yeah, nothing that was compromising her morals. Let me say that.
Right.
It
Okay.
wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't nothing like that. Because some of them though, those people they do like just private content, and some of the stuff be like just them eating or getting.
Back in
Yeah,
the. I mean, what's it
yeah,
behind the scenes?
yeah.
Yeah.
So she wasn't compromising her morals. Like, girl, go get that $10,000 a month and shut the hell up.
You know what I'm saying? I
Go
would
do it
do
for
it.
a year and save up, or 2 years and up your price a little bit, and hopefully the show bring a couple more viewers and stuff your way and get the hell on out of
Shoot,
here.
all you doing is showing toes and bikini pics. I'm like, hmm.
Now I don't have concrete evidence, but I'm sure that's the vibe she's giving.
I might find myself on OnlyFans making my own content. Y'all let me know if that's what y'all want to see. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Now you want to go over.
I'm not compromising my morals. I'm just saying. I'm just playing. I don't want that.
What happens next in this show, Fred?
So now we're going to the supervillain challenge. So everybody's getting in the vans, blah blah blah. Well, right after this whole confrontation between Victoria and Candy and Camilla, everybody's got to get in these vans. Candy's like, I'm too big to go in the back. I can't
Oh,
sit in the
remember that?
back. Victoria's like, well, I get car sick. You got to sit in the back. So it's a back and forth. I'm not sitting in the back. You go sit in the back. I'm not sitting in the back. You go sit in the
Only
back.
for them to come right back to the house to go down the
So
block.
Larsa gives up because Larsa gets car sick too. So Larsa's like, do you want to share the seat with me? And Victoria's like, yeah, sure, whatever, because I'm not finna go in the back. And so Candy and her are arguing, no, 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 no. You trying to tell me this? You trying to tell me that? Whole while all they do is go around and round about, come right back. They're like, sorry, y'all, it's not ready for us yet. That is hilarious. And so then Camilla ends up switching with Candy. So the girls are riding together, the boys are riding together.
Okay. And so we get to this challenge and we get to see Bobby's lights. I was so happy to see him. I was like, wait, is he in the same outfit he was in when he went through the wall? Like,
No, literally.
okay, so I
Literally.
wasn't crazy to think
With the
that.
hands, right?
It was a lot. I don't
It
know.
looked like it. I don't remember exactly. I just know Bobby Light was always in black. Bobby Lights was wearing black no matter what. So
That's true.
it's the
This is true.
Scorpio.
So, he is going to, explain the challenge that day. He also sticks around a little bit later. So each person gets to, this is kind of like the second challenge they did season 1, but they did it. It was more of it was a driving on the golf cart challenge. And you had to choose somebody to ride with you. To which Bobby was chosen in this challenge. So I thought was very fitting for him to bring him back for this.
Mm-hmm.
He was very funny, and
He was.
when he
I miss
participated
him on my show.
so
On my
much.
TV so much. Like he is hilarious.
But not in a loving hip hop setting. I miss him, and I want him back in more of a. I want to see him on another competition
House of Villains.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah. He could come back like how New York came back this season. He can come back if they get greenlit for season 3. He could be the cast member that comes back.
That
I
comes
would be
back.
okay with that.
I would like that. I would appreciate that very much.
Mm-hmm.
Bring back an all-star from
Yeah.
one all-star from every season.
So Safaree they get to choose somebody to help them because they will be blindfolded. Safaree chooses Wes. Richard
Hatch,
chooses
Candy.
right? And then that leaves Jesse, honestly, with nobody to pick that he has a relationship with. But he made a very smart choice in choosing Larsa, I think, because now he kind of opens that door
The door, yeah.
with the women a little bit. And, the women are
Or at
kind of.
least just with Larsa.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, once you get cool with Larsa by association, she may fight for you. And they're not going to, push too hard if she's saying let's keep Jesse. They may, I don't know, we'll see. I'm just thinking, hoping this is maybe the start of something, which is what he was thinking too. He said in his confessional. So anywho, they go through the competition.
Safaree was moving like a snail.
Safaree's performance was just like, are you playing right now or are you really trying? Like, I couldn't understand.
He's like, he didn't want to get shocked, so I get it. But like, come on, dude, you're gonna have to bite the bullet. I thought Rich was going to win.
You did.
I thought Richard Hatch was going to win, and I think what got him was the dummy was right in front of him, but he couldn't find it within that allotted 6 seconds or within an amount of time that set him back. But nonetheless, Peg felt like the underdog, but he ended up winning. He took the win, and he took himself off of the chopping block. So it's just Safaree and Hatch, who are Camilla's original
roommates. They're roommates. Nonetheless, these are roommates. Safaree and Hatch are roommates. So yeah, they're roommates, and they can't even. They're kind of on some, whichever one of us come back is whoever comes back.
It is what it is, man. It's only one of us.
It's only one of us.
So okay, I think I figured out who Prince Albert is.
Okay.
I think Prince Albert is Richard Hatch's Richard Hatch.
Got you.
Because she keeps talking about like your Prince Albert, da 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 da, and I can take it. Oh no, that's what she said last episode. But this time she was like, his Prince Albert is all shriveled up and this, that, and the other. So I think.
Aye.
I think it's Richard's Hedge. Richard Hedge. Anyway, I just thought that was funny. So now that the challenge is over, Peg's off the block, everybody's just weighing their options.
Mm-hmm.
Larsa, you know, recounts his
Very
Survivor
tempting,
date.
might I say? Might I
Very.
add?
She said, "This man is a menace. He bit a shark. A shark bit him, and he bit the shark.
He
He
did,
needs to
but I mean,
go."
I mean, the shark was like maybe this big.
Would you
This.
have bit the shark back? If a
I
shark
did whatever
bites
I
you,
needed to do to get this shark off of me.
if a shark bites you, are you gonna freak out or are you gonna be like, "Oh yeah,
I'm going
you
to
need to
freak
like"?
out. But I've
Richard Hatch
watched
didn't
enough
freak
shark
out.
attacks
Richard
on
Hatch is a
Survivor
shark.
to see how it can end. So
You just hit it on the nose.
you hit it on the nose, but I don't want it to get away because we're
It's
probably
dinner.
it's dinner.
Uh, Shark, delicious.
Because
So
I'm gonna be on Survivor if I'm in the vicinity of a
I
shark.
didn't even know you could eat shark. To be honest, that actually goes insane. But Bobby follows the villains back in the house not too uh much later, and immediately begins to stir the pot, and I'm glad he's in the house. So he's talking to everybody. He's talking to Safaree New York about their days and their show,
Oh yeah, he
and
blows up their
then
spot real
blows
quick.
up there very immediately. So whatever they were trying to hide, can't hide that no more.
Mm-mm.
So then a little while later, Camilla, Victoria, Safaree, and Bobby are in the room together. And Camilla, calls out Safaree for acting kind of strange and kind of weird with the girls. And Victoria's like, "Hey, like, yeah, I haven't talked to you all day. Like, hey." And Safaree's like, "Yeah, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't talk to me. I don't care. I don't want to talk to you. I don't like you right now." So Vicky's like, "Well, what's your problem? Like, what's the deal with you?" And Safaree was like, "Yesterday, you told me to shut the fuck up. And I don't like that. You don't say that." And I was like, I get it. I get it. I really do get it. But at the same time, like, bro,
It's
for
House of
real, it's House of Villains. Bobby was like, I feel like that's a really mild thing to say in this house. And I agree. I'm not going to lie. Man, y'all have said much worse, heard much worse to many different people on other shows where it wasn't about villainy. So I just feel like while I get your disrespect, it's like you should just be able to get over that. Like,
But that's because Safari's villainry it's a one way thing. He can handle being the villain. He can't handle a villain
being a villain.
being a villain. Especially and then it directed at him like he can't handle that. And then it was a woman that did it. Now if Richard excuse me, if one of the men would have said shut the fuck up to him,
He would
totally
have shut the fuck up.
that too. Um he wouldn't have I don't think the way he had smoked for
Victoria would have been the same. I
mm-hmm.
agree. So basically she basically just says, well, since you are thinking like that and you feel that type of way, you know, I'm finna vote for Richard over you. You can go. And he's like, well, that's fine, because at the end of the day, if I leave, I'm going home to a 6-bedroom house with a water, and you're going home to speeding tickets.
No, so
I
you say you're going
said,
home to parking tickets. Here she
you
goes,
go home to
it's
park.
speeding tickets. No, he said speeding tickets. Like he said you're going home with speeding tickets. Here she go, it's parking
It's
tickets.
parking tickets. Good God. He didn't have to eat her up. He did not have to eat her up. That was crazy. So after that, and then after that, Bobby's like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? And Victoria's like, well, they just like to like shit on me because, I have financial problems and this, that, and the other. Bobby's like, it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. Yeah. Like,
And then he proceeds to go talk to Richard Hatch and gives him the worst villainous advice ever.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
to which in his confessional, Hatch says he wasn't going to take Bobby Light's advice. But then in the end, I'm not so sure. I feel like he took his advice and it worked exactly how it worked out
Everybody
for
expected it to
Bobby.
work out.
It worked exactly how it worked out for Bobby.
And New York. So everybody's basically still weighing the options. Peck is going to vote to keep. Peck is going to. Now this is a little interesting. Peck told Hatch that he had his votes.
Mhm.
Is Jesse lying?
It wasn't that he's lying. I think that Jesse has played Big Brother and he understands the importance of going in Big Brother terms, going along with the house and not being on the wrong side of the votes. So if him and Candy would have went in there and voted against Safaree, Safaree still had enough numbers to
To stay.
stay. Now they have a target. Now Safari's going to be mad at them.
Right. Okay.
So you
Okay.
have
So
to
it's the
think
same thing.
he had enough awareness and to know, and they were in enough rooms to hear enough conversations to get the understanding that everybody was voting for Richard.
Rich.
So
Yeah.
they went with the house.
Okay. I get that. That sounds like the same thing for Candy.
Yeah,
Cause
which I'm sure now moving forward, we'll probably see Candy and Jesse working together.
called it. Well, I didn't call that exactly, but someone called it. But
I was really hopeful for
talking about my
Jesse
phone.
working with Wes, though. I really was. I really kind of wanted to see the Wes, Safaree, and Jesse. But Jesse is smart to go ahead and make his move now, and start forming his own little thing. So instead of the Richard versus West, it's possibly can be Jesse versus
Why would
West.
it be Jesse though? If Jesse got rid of Hedge,
Right. He got rid of Hatcher, but he didn't want to. He wanted to get rid of Safaree. You didn't catch most of his confessionals where he stated that, like, he's seeing how close Safaree and West are. He also knows West has Tiffany, and then he has Victoria. Like, he understands he's not close in the pecking order with West. Because remember when Candy came in the room to talk to West, and West ran it down. He was like, West sleeps all day. He doesn't talk game with me. Blah 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 blah. So yeah.
yeah, that's How do you feel about that? I'm kind of skipping around at this point, but how do you feel about that? Like Wes, like just being in the shadows, but going to Candy and Jesse and being like, "Well, what do y'all have? What are y'all thinking?" And then when they ask him the same thing, he's like, "Well, I think that this, and I think that." And then he gets up and gets away from the table. Like there's no straightforward answer. It's just like mild opinions and very uh uh what's that word, like flaccid conversations. Like
I think that is Wes. I think that's how Wes plays. Um, I don't know if because Jesse is a gamer that Wes is expecting him to kind of like how they say Johnny Bananas is, like, if he tell you something, y'all have a conversation, he tell you something and y'all make an agreement, like that's what it is. We're not talking about it anymore. Um that's how they say Johnny Bananas kind of plays. And I watched, I can't remember who it was I was watching, but they said Johnny was kind of how Wes is kind of how Johnny was in the season
hmm,
one. So I'm wondering if maybe Wes is like, okay, well, we've already talked and we locked in, so I shouldn't have to really talk game with you because one, you're a gamer like me. I need to keep my hands on these, the Victorias and the minions that we're using. Like, I need to kind of keep my head close to them. I don't know. I don't know. I guess we're gonna see next week. Depending on who wins Supervillain, I think lines will be drawn next week. I think next week is the week where, well, it is episode 5. So yeah, it's about time for you know people to make clear
Cross paths and whatnot.
people to make clear
Hmm.
what side they're on, because according to the vote, we would think everybody was on the same page because it was a unanimous vote.
But it's not the case. It's just people biting bullets and saying, you know what, I got to do
And
this.
it's smart gameplay on
Yeah.
Jesse and Candy's behalf, I have to say. Let me see. What else did I want to talk about this episode? Oh
Wes
yeah,
got on what?
the fact that Richard speech in the end, you did exactly what Bobby told you to do in so many words. I mean, you tried to say I'm just playing, but nigga, no, you wasn't. No, you wasn't.
So is what I would say if I like. Yeah, no, sorry. Everybody was like, Richard, what? And then he was like, I actually admire you. I have enjoyed my stay here. And so it was like lame. I said the same thing. I was like, man, you should have just stayed with what you had in the beginning, bro.
Just kept it villainous, sir. Just kept
Yeah.
it villainous and said, "Screw y'all," and that
And that. And that. Screw y'all and that.
Okay.
From me and Prince Albert.
Me and my little Prince Albert are out of here.
Oh, and then Safaree's dry tears. Safaree gives his speech, and then he's like, and I really, I really love you guys so much. And I just, and the whole time everybody's like, is he crying? I don't see no tears. Take the shades off.
Please.
Take the shades off.
Please.
Mans was not crying. Mans was not crying at all.
He was doing what he thought needed to be done in that moment, and so I have to give him an A for effort.
An A for dry tears.
Yeah. As New York said. They were dry tears.
They were the dry type.
They were dry tears.
So that's everything that happens this episode. Hatch goes home, everybody gets rid of him, and nobody comes back through the door. So it's official. We're counting down now.
Yeah. It's official. We are in full swing. I really enjoyed this episode. I know you guys maybe cannot tell because I'm a little all over the place a little bit, but it was a good episode. And game wise, I'm not mad about Richard going. Did I want to see the beef brew a little bit more?
Absolutely.
Yes. However, I think with Richard being gone, it gives Jesse time to step up a little bit, because I'm not gonna lie, he was fading to the background a little bit for me. So yeah. Because Hatch really wasn't giving me much either. So I'm not gonna lie. Like, he had his
I think Jesse's,
if somebody picked with him. He didn't go.
But a lot of people were picking with him, or at least Wes was picking with him. So that's why I was just so interested in that.
But it wasn't direct. It was indirect. I mean, there wasn't any direct things going at him, or him blowing up on somebody or going off or snapping at anybody. Because he has a mouth on him too. So I don't know.
I think Jesse versus Camilla is going to be a thing.
Jesse and Camilla together.
No, versus.
Why? Why you think he's gonna? You think he's gonna have the strength, the smoke for Camilla and not Victoria? When Victoria's the one who put him up.
Oh, I keep thinking it's Camilla. I keep
Victoria.
thinking,
Victoria used the cock blocker.
but it's something else that I just can't remember. I thought for some reason I thought that Jesse and Camilla had a problem.
Mm-mm. No, he has a problem with Victoria because he was like,
Yeah.
"Why would you put me up when
Oh, okay, yeah, exactly.
but
That's
you
what I was
saved
thinking of, but I thought you were talking
West
about Camilla.
and you saved West and threw me on the block, which further lets him know how close or how far he stands with
I
West.
think Victoria's finna go home.
I think Victoria's finna catch some smoke, and West is gonna have to make a decision on do he save her a second time or do he save himself? Because
Is
don't
it
go
valuable to
down trying
keep
to save
Jesse
her.
or is it valuable to keep
Mhm.
Victoria?
Mhm. So I think
I
it's
don't know, but Larsa next week, Larsa and Victoria are finna go at it,
we also gonna get Tiffany and
and
we're gonna get New
Teresa,
York and New Jersey. Teresa.
New Jersey.
So it's only getting better. It's only getting better. It's only getting better. And now hold the press because I'm working overnight. We're gonna be able to get the episodes done on Friday and they can be out on Friday evenings. So
Oh my goodness,
it's
are
been a
you
long
serious?
time since we've been able to get a show and get it on time and get
Lickety
it out
split.
there. You know. Um yeah. I guess I'm finally ready to say that I will be going to New Orleans to shoot footage for the Bryson Window Presents Survivor Watch Party live tour in New Orleans.
When is this?
It's tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
It is tomorrow. Today is Tuesday, and it's tomorrow. I am so excited, so nervous, ready to just, get in there and sprinkle my
Your
touch on
magic, yes. Work your magic.
work my magic. So we'll see. There will be some very, very good things, interesting things coming to the channel because if nothing else, Wendell owes us a GOAT interview.
Ah,
I don't
please,
care how
please, Linda,
long
please.
it's been. We still have questions. There are things we still want to know.
And we still need answers.
We still need answers. So yeah, trying to go get all of this, all of the things I initially promised you guys that you would get on this channel. I am working to get all of those things. So stay tuned. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any of the videos. It will be plenty of vlogs coming from different perspectives from just me, Shay's world, and then behind the scenes from on the production side. So there will be plenty and plenty of videos coming out next week. And you have to stay subscribed and hit that like button so you don't miss it. I am your girl, Shay. We are going to get out of here.
I am your boy Malik, and I think we should stay here.
We should stay here and do what?
I don't know. I just
He's crazy. I still have to edit this and go to work tonight. So we're going to get out of here. Peace out.